one of only 3 presidents to be impeached, and his impeachment is not some sort of misuse of congressional powers. It's exactly what the framers had in mind when they wrote the impeachment clause into the Constitution. In fact, as Democrats wrote in their 658-page report detailing the evidence against Trump, the president betrayed the nation by abusing his high office to enlist a foreign power in corrupting democratic elections. President Trump has realized the framers' worst nightmare.
We should all take a moment to feel excited that Trump is finally facing a consequence. Okay, moment's over. Time for people to ruin it.
And Republicans have insisted that Trump is weathering the storm and pushing forward, like GOP Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, who said yesterday that he met with Trump and praised the president's demeanor.
I was with him just yesterday down the White House. Anybody else, this would be traumatic for them. I've never seen a man so strong.
What the president of the United States was talking about at his rally in Michigan last night, at roughly the same moment he was becoming only the 3rd person in history to be impeached. The rally was billed as a Merry Christmas rally. And in the spirit of the season, Trump went through a list of grievances and insults so long, CNN actually had to tally up a list of everyone and everything he attacked. Remember, this is what the president was talking about as history was being made in Congress.
At the moment that the president was being impeached, he was holding a Merry Christmas rally in Michigan, a state that he is going to need to win if he wants to be reelected. The rally was one of his longest ever, and it was also one of his angriest. This is a list of just about everyone and everything that he attacked during his 2-hour speech. It includes his usual targets like Democrats and the media, but also event security for being too polite to a protester. And in an odd turn, during what is arguably the most consequential moment of his presidency, the president criticized dishwashers.
You know, Christmas stuff. That's right, the president attacked security guards, Democrats, the media, and dishwashers. Normally, when someone rambles that long, you have to take away their keys. Now, we're gonna play the dishwasher rant for you, but I also want to show you CNN anchor Breonna Keeler's reaction when they cut back to her after the clip, because I feel like her face really captures how all of us are feeling.
Dishwashers. We did the dishwasher, right? You press it. Remember the dishwasher? You'd press it, boom, there'd be like an explosion. 5 minutes later, you open it up, the steam pours out, the dishes. Now you press it 12 times. Women tell me, again, you know, they give you 4 drops of water. And they're in places where there's so much water, they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. That is,
Look, the really galling thing about the GOP firewall around Trump is that he's still openly doing the same crimes they're protecting him for. Even while Republicans were insisting that Trump didn't try to force Ukraine to investigate his rivals, Trump's personal lawyer and nightmare before Christmas was back in Ukraine a week and a half ago trying to investigate Trump's rivals.
All right, so open up the file of You Can't Make This Up and tuck this bad boy in there. Rudy Giuliani is back in Ukraine, meeting with a fringe Ukrainian lawmaker who's not only part of a pro-Russian party, the man is known to have publicly pushed for investigations into the Biden family himself.
but probably my favorite moment came right before that dishwasher rant, when Trump was again rambling about light bulbs, garbage dumps, sinks, and showers for some reason. And even his own fawning admirers were just staring at him in silence.
When a light bulb is out, you've got to bring it to a dump. So let's say over here in Battle Creek, where's your nearest dump? Okay, that's what, a couple of 100 miles away. So every time you lose, drive a couple of 100 miles. I said, how many people do that? Nobody. What do? They throw it in the garbage. But you know what it is? Because it's all gas. It's much more expensive, 4 or 5 times more. And I came into office, I did a lot of this. Sinks, showers, all of this stuff. I did a lot of it. No water comes out. You have areas where there's so much water you don't know what to do with it. You turn on the shower, you're not allowed to have any water anymore.
When you're Donald Trump and you lose Trump supporters, you know you're way out in left field. I mean, that is truly one of the strangest things I've ever seen. Thousands of people packed cheek to cheek in an arena, staring silently at a lunatic, just rambling about sinks and showers, a lunatic who they support. Trump went on yet another rant about how people supposedly have to flush toilets 10 times now because of environmental regulations, and the crowd shouted out some of the words.
Sinks, right? Showers. And what goes with a sink in a shower? 10 times, right? 10 times. Wow, Bob, not me, of course, not me. But you, him.
An actual crowd of adults yelled out the word toilets. Like kindergartners completing a nursery rhyme. They sound like the audience yelling out the answer on Family Feud. Top 5 answers on the board. Name something more important than impeachment. Show me toilets. Trump was so desperate. He was so desperate and insecure about being impeached, he actually tried to deny it and told his crowd it wasn't really happening.
By the way, it doesn't really feel like we're being impeached, do you?
Yeah, we're not. You are. In terms of getting impeached, the rest of us did great yesterday.
Buddy, have you seen my polls in the last 4 weeks?
Well, have you? Because a Fox News poll found that 50% of people wanted you impeached and removed from office. And that's a Fox News poll, Trump's favorite channel. In the face of that reality, both Fox News and the Republican Party are doing everything they can to protect Trump. And that includes rigging the Senate impeachment trial to kill it as quickly as possible. Now,
Look, Trump is trying to be cagey about how involved with Giuliani's nonsense he is, but it is not very convincing.
How much has Giuliani shared with you about his recent trip to Ukraine?
No, not too much, but he's a very great crime fighter. He's a great person who loves our country, and he does this out of love.
Careful, Rudy. Last time you did something morally questionable out of love, it was your cousin. Rudy is still doing the stuff that got the president impeached today, and he doesn't seem worried at all that there are going to be any consequences.
Are you afraid, Mr. Mayor, that you could be indicted?
Oh, wow. How long have you known me, Ed?
I've known you several years.
You think I'm afraid?
I don't know.
You think I get afraid?
The new year starts, this whole process is going to get even uglier. Lindsey Graham will show off his best Kavanaugh-confirming sneer. Mitch McConnell will try to rush the impeachment trial through in 15 minutes. And the whole time, Trump and Rudy will continue their corruption Euro trip. This whole process is already excruciating, and it's going to be worse. It might even feel like impeaching Trump was pointless, but it's not. In a world where old, rich white dudes seem to increasingly operate with impunity, today, Trump faces the tiniest bit of punity, and that is magic.